Today we're going to be restoring one of the most hated Mustangs in the world. And that is the Mustang 2. I know, what a creative name. Now you might be asking yourself, why is this the most hated Mustang ever? And my answer is, I honestly don't know. Whether this generation of Mustang just had a weird body style, bad engine options, I don't actually know why they are so hated. To me, they don't look the best, but they definitely don't look the worst. I kind of like the front end of these Mustangs. It's just the back end that kind of, they could use a little bit of help. But I'm gonna assume it's something to do with the engine options. So now we washed it up, we're gonna take it into the shop, start tearing into this thing. Let's get this door out of here. It's a little bit rusted. It doesn't look like it's in the worst condition at the moment. It's missing a fender on this side, door. I believe we're gonna be able to save all these parts. It doesn't look like the body panels on this are that rough. Let's see, bumper, tail light, plate, light, and glass. Oh, and gas cap. Gas cap? Yeah, gas cap. Alright. Well, there we go. It is stripped down. Let's hook up the welder and fix up this frame while everything's stripped. Frame honestly isn't in the worst condition. A little bit of rust here and there. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely the back end that kind of gets me. It's a very unique back end. Kind of reminds me of like a Chevelle, the way that it curves back, or like a Nova. But it has that back curve. It's very weird. Just, I don't know. I don't know, man. Definitely not my favorite. Let's see what we can save out of the bunch. Looks like all of it's salvageable, which is great. Damn, even the taillights, alright. Only one of the taillights, actually. Some of it's salvageable. Gas cap, fuel door, I guess. That's all saved. Let's see what we need to buy. We saved a decent amount of stuff. Not that door, apparently. Alright, let's see. Hood. Yeah. Bumper. Yeah. Fender. Yeah. Door. Yeah. Trunk. Yeah. This taillight? No. And this taillight we have. Yeah, we got the bumper, so we just need the glass, few fenders, and a taillight. Oh, and headlights. I don't think this thing had any headlights in it. Nope. And we need a grill. So I'm gonna go grab all that stuff real quick. Okay, so here's what the car looks like, totally put together in terms of the paneling. Again, it's not a bad looking car. Man, it's just that back where it just falls apart. It's a little bit weird. But again, I don't know if that would allow this thing to be the most hated. I think it's definitely got some bad engine options in real life. In terms of looks, it's definitely not the best, but not the worst. Okay, we got some decent engine options. I do think I'm going to keep this on the lower end of horsepower. So we'll probably aim for like 450. Yeah. Okay, we have a lot of stuff to do in terms of getting this thing dismantled. We're going to start with the suspension. Now we'll work our way up to the engine. That's cool. They have the Mustang's logo inside the hood. Let's get this caliper off. And suspension, I don't know. It's pretty rusty, but I don't have that many rusted bolts yet. But in terms of like the way it looks, I would say like all this stuff's like in the 20s. You probably can salvage all these parts. But not too many rusted bolts yet. I spoke way too soon. Now I'm hitting rusted bolts. Nice. Take out a shock. Don't know. Sway bar link out of here. And now I'm just hitting rusted bolts left and right. I opened my mouth way too soon. Way too soon. Definitely gonna need new brake pads on this thing. Everything down here is just crunchy. Just absolutely crunchy. Come on. Oh, I thought we need to take out the what's it called? Wheel hub? Just already took that out. This thing's gonna look so nice when it's done. I don't really know what I want to do with a paint job yet, but I think that's what's gonna really bring it together. A paint job and having the wheels not flush with the fenders. I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a offset on them so they stick out a little bit, just so it's not tucked so far underneath the car. So in my opinion, this car was in Forza Horizon 3, I believe, or 4, one of them. I'm gonna go with 3. It was a King Cobra version, and the things that ruined it for me is the wheels were just tucked so far into the fenders. And on some cars I like the look of that, but this car it's just way too far tucked in my opinion. So I'm gonna see if I can get them untucked a little bit. We may run into a problem doing that though, because this version of the car, I forgot what version this is, let me check real quick. The Rusto mod is lowered, so we might have some clipping issues with the fenders if I do it that way. That'll be something to look out for, but I would like to have the wheels a little bit outside the fenders unless they start clipping. Then I might just have to deal with it. Oh, that's cool. That does not line up at all. I wonder if you're able to fix that. I'm pretty sure in the car, when you're editing that, you could fix that. Maybe you just forgot. Or maybe you can't. I don't know. I was actually thinking about trying to create my own mod for this game, but it seems like a lot of work. Trying to get a new file going. So I wanted to try to create like a Thunderbird or something. But that seems like something that seems impossible at the moment with what I know. So I'm just going to stick to downloading these mods. By the way, this one was made by this guy right here. He makes some pretty solid mods. Most of the cars I end up downloading are from the same guy. He makes a lot of good ones. Man, this suspension type just kills bushings. There's so many different bushings in here. Small rubber bushings than the normal rubber bushings. This is always how I end up running out when I do suspension or rear suspension like this. There's this type of axle in it. You just go through so many damn bushings. Luckily, bushings are relatively cheap in this game. I'm not sure what I really want to do yet in terms of once I get this thing on the road. What would this Mustang even be known for, really? Like drag racing? Because I don't want to put that much power underneath it. Maybe I'll just take it for a cruise on the highway and see how it does. One thing that I noticed about this game is when you start to put a decent amount of horsepower behind a car, it becomes real hard to control. Even with trying to control the wheel spin and all that. So I don't really want to have an uncontrollable car. I do have the drag racing DLC, so maybe I'll take this thing out drag racing and see how it does. If I get absolutely annihilated or not. I haven't done that yet. Take that out, take this out, and we should be done. Yes, we are. Now, let's drain the oil real quick, because there might be a tiny bit left in there. Yeah. Alright, and we're gonna... What else? What else? I believe I'm gonna have to take off these pipes. Nope, those are the exhaust manifolds. Should be good to just take that engine out now, too. Fully strip this car down. Where is my engine stand? I think that's on the other side of the shop. There we go. Move that over here. Yep, and we're able to take it out. The repair process is pretty much the same on every single item in this game. So I'm just going to skip when I have everything all done. Wow. Right, I was just tearing down the old block just so I can get the parts, and I was going to clean them up. Look at all the piston heads. They are all cooked. That's pretty bad. I wonder how much this is actually going to be salvageable. Guess we'll see. Okay, I don't know how much the engine was actually salvageable, but the block was salvageable, which is good. That is normally the most expensive part of the engine. So I'm fine with that. We're going to start rebuilding this thing immediately. Okay, well, I found out one of the parts we weren't able to save. I thought that we were able to save the crank, but I guess not. So I said that I'm going to aim for like, I think I said I was going to aim for like 500 horsepower. Maybe, I can't even remember at this point, but maybe we'll go a little bit higher. And just put performance parts in this thing. I do want it to be controllable, so definitely underneath 700. So I'm not going to put performance heads on it, just I'm thinking cams, pistons, and then exhaust. It may be ignitions or coils, whatever you want to call them. Is what I'm gonna do for the most part. I think that'll land us around 600. 600 or 700, and then when we take it around a track, we won't be spinning out as often, or often at all, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have full control. But it also depends on what tires we put on it. But then we have that whole situation about it clipping through fenders. So I can't make the tires too wide or any of that. A lot of little things that's gonna make this. Oh, one bolt's still sticking out. I don't know where. Where are you, fool? Oh, there you are. Alright. Performance alternator. Put our oil filter in. Let's get a performance pump on. Get a normal head onto it. Yeah, these, I'm pretty sure I just built one of these engines in the drag Mustang that I did not too long ago. That one had an obnoxious amount of power in its stock already. So I want to make sure that I do not make that mistake again. Just gonna put normal spark plugs, and then we'll put performance coils onto it. Are they called coils? I think they're called maybe ignitions. Well, it's not gonna tell me till after. Okay, they're ignition coils. I knew I was somewhere close to it. They are called coils.
Technically.
This thing is almost complete, and then we'll plop in the car, and then all we have to do is suspension really. And that's pretty simple. That's always the same for the most part. Alright, let's drop this new engine in. Everything's 100% on it. Drop that in. This thing barely fits in here. Wow. That is a tight fit. Alright, it works though. Let's get to work on the suspension now. The more I look at this car, it's really not that bad. I would not mind driving this. I wonder if it was just a disappointment in terms of what it had to live up to for the Mustang name. Just underperformed with power, maybe maybe how it handled. I wonder. I definitely want to research that, because that is crazy. But you can't just have a car looking good. Obviously, you need it to perform just as well and live up to its hype. Kind of brake, since we're gonna go pretty decently fast. I think we'll just throw these on. But they're just normal brake discs. Do the vented ones. So this is just the beginning. This is where I'm about to become absolutely broke in terms of bushings. This thing is just gonna eat them up. Do I have any shock? No. Double wishbone. I'm gonna need to grab new ones for both sides. Alright. And a steering rack. Do I have any exhaust? No, I don't. I'm just not doing good today. I do have bushings though, which is a plus. So I need steering rack. Do I have the sway bar? Yeah, there we go. Let's have something. I'm gonna take a break right there, and I'm gonna go make some new shocks. I think that's the right one. Need to make 2 of these shock absorbers. We'll place them in there, and the front will be done. Do need to put in the performance exhaust, and then we just have the back suspension, and we'll be on the road. So that was relatively quick. Oh, and I do need to actually work on the interior of the car. I kind of neglected that. I forgot to change out the seats and all that to better seats. We are gonna go with the performance trans, so we'll do that in a minute. Let me just get this performance exhaust in. And one more. Come on. There we go. Do I have a performance trans on hand? No, I do not. Go pick up one of those, just so we don't run out of gear. Alright, I did everything that I could up there. Now it's time for back here, which is the trickier part because of all the small bushings you have to remember. Like this piece right here has a little hidden one down here. And it has like a bunch of control arms that connect to it. Just gotta be careful doing these ones. I always end up leaving like a bushing or two out and then having to come back to reservice it. That on. Let's see, this can have discs or drums in the back. Don't know, I can't remember. I think it has discs. Yes, it does. That is good. We're gonna have some pretty good stopping power. Is that on? We should have no problem stopping with all upgraded caliber, not calibers, discs. Just fully in. There we go. All these little tricky areas that just eat up bushings. All these little control arms. Should be, I think, 2 more, maybe 1 more. Now there's 1 more after this now. Right here. We gotta put the sway bar in and do the same to the other side. Hopefully this thing has good handling, because I do want to test it on a track and on a normal course. There we go. This is this side fully done. Now let me go work on the other side. Oh shit. See, I always forget something. Small rubber bushing somewhere. On this side? Definitely on this side, yeah. I always forget something. I thought I was done. Alright, we should be good to go. We now need to pick rims to go on this thing, alongside some good tires. So let's take a look. I'm thinking black rims. Something like this will look cool. One of these two. I like kind of the chrome on the outside. Let's try this real quick. Let's go 16s? I think 16s would look good. This is one giant tire. Do I have a good feeling about this? Not really. I don't think it's gonna fit. I do not think it's gonna fit underneath this back piece very snugly. Yeah, no, I think that's eating our fender. That looks mean. And it's tucked in the fender. They clip a little bit. That's not that bad. That looks mean. I like that. Let's see, what happens if we put the bigger tires in front? How does that look? I know that these are the wrong way around for 315 slicks in the front. I think that's long. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 16s are just out of the fold. Maybe we'll do like 15s and then tuck them in somehow. We'll see, we'll figure it out, but this is definitely what I want to go with for the back. They look tucked in there nice. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like this. The rims, I think, fit pretty well with the car. This thing is nice. I'm not hating the silver either. And the reason I didn't touch the interior is because the interior is actually decent. You know what? While I'm here, I will just take it out real quick just to replace it, just so I don't have to do it later. I don't know if I'll ever sell this car, but if I do, I would like it to be 100%. We'll just grab new interior real quick. And just like that, now our interior will be 100% across the board, almost, I believe. Let's see. Frame, yeah, its body is still... Why is that like that? What did we do wrong? Fender? Rear fender... These pieces? What the fuck was that? I didn't even know these came off. Okay, it said there's another part to it also. Oh, I forgot to put my gas cap back in. Okay, let's go repair those 2 pieces and put it on, and then we'll be at 100 across the board. I didn't... I messed that up. We'll just buy a new one for the other side. No big deal. There we go. Alright, now we're complete. Should have 100 across the board. Indeed we do. Time to get this thing painted. Alright, let's see factory color. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, I like that blue. I do like these colors, I'm not gonna lie. Even the brown's nice. I feel like this is just very drag car-esque. This, like a bronze, something a little bit different. I like that. Let's see what kind of liveries we got going. That is the Cobra, the King Cobra. That's the only livery we got. I like this bronze color with some tint. Out of all of them, this one catches the eye the most. And I still need to tint the windows, so I'm gonna meet you at the dyno once I have tinted this thing out. Alright, it's the moment of truth. I can't remember what number I said, but I feel like it was in the 500s that I wanted. I have somewhere in the 500s, somewhere under the 700s is what I'm kind of aiming for. I feel like that's what I'm gonna get. Sounds decent too. Might need to play with the transmission a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I'm talking about. I was pretty spot on with that. Wow. Wow, I'm happy with that number. That is solid. Let's go to the track. I can't believe how well this thing handles 500 horsepower. I was expecting a little bit more wheel spin, so it's like 550 or something, I think. So this thing might have been fine with above 700. Maybe. This thing's doing fine. I think we're gonna run out of track, to be honest, before I max it out. 180. 190. 196, 197. Oh, dude, we were so close. Right, let's cheat a little bit. We're gonna get a little bit of a running start and go on this lane. Start off in the 60s. Let's go. See what we get. We're already at 120. Come on, I think we can hit 200. 197, that was close. 170. 185. We're at 190. Come on. I think I see the fence. Oh, we made it to 198. I think that's all the car has. I don't think it's gonna have quick enough acceleration. This car looks so cool. Yeah, I don't know why people hate on this thing, but it's gotta be something other than the looks. 'Cause to me, it does not look that bad. Maybe it is because it looks. I don't know. This thing is burning the rubber. I gotta say, I am pretty happy with this Mustang. I am pretty damn happy, even with the way it looks. It just looks like a cool drag car. Wow. That is solid. Alright, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed and want to see more Car Mechanic Simulator, check out the upcoming episode that I did on the Ford Bronco where I recreate O.J. Simpson's Bronco. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.